Hey guys, so I have a review for you today, and it is on this Village candle in Mulled Cider. Now, why the hell am I showing you a candle with tinfoil on it? I want to show you this exactly how it is. So this is my fourth, fifth, maybe sixth burn? No, fifth or sixth, maybe even seventh of this candle. I leave it on. Let me see if this works. I leave it on for the amount of time I'm supposed to. Like, I have this guy burning for 5 hours plus every time I have it on. I've never burnt it less than 4 hours in one sitting, and every single time it tunnels. This is actually the first time I foiled it, and I put this foil on about half an hour ago. So yeah, we're gonna take a look. So it's been tunneling brutally, and not only has it been tunneling, but it has had the absolute worst puny wick syndrome I've ever seen in a candle, like ever. They're so bad. I have yet to cotton ball them or anything because I wanted to save it for this review and show you exactly what's going on here. So I was hoping, I was like, you know what, maybe if I get it to pull out, maybe it'll help with the wicks. Like, let's just see how this goes before I cotton ball it. Yeah, I don't really think it did much. So let's go ahead and take this foil off since it's been about a half an hour, and you can see what we're working with. So this wick on the right here is way higher than it was before. When I tell you these wicks were drowning, I mean they were drowning. This looks like gargantuan compared to what it was before. They were like totally down to the point where I was scared. I was like, well, no wonder this is tunneling. Like, is it even gonna last? Like, are they gonna die? Is this candle just gonna go out on me? And that is just regular buildup from the wicks. I have not trimmed this candle, not once. That's just kind of happened on its own. The reason I haven't trimmed it is because these flames are so puny. So what am I gonna trim it for? So you can kind of get a better look in there how this one on the right here is a little bit higher than the left, whereas before they were both drowning. So you can see this candle's got a nice amount of oil to it. I did get this at Home Goods for $9.99. It's got a good oil. The first 2 times I lit this candle, I could not smell a thing. By the third light though, it was giving off fragrance. It's not super strong. I would definitely categorize it along with a Yankee candle. By no means is it Bath and Body Works strength, but it's definitely like a good 5.5. Sometimes it's a 6, but I hate to say that because it's not a consistent 6. It's really somewhere in between like a 4.5 to a 5.5. Every now and then it's a 6, but that's really more when it's in the hallway or the kitchen. When it's in a smaller room, it's wonderful. In a smaller room, it's definitely easily a 6. Right now, it's in my living room, which is a bigger room, and that's just because I have it going with Harvest Gathering over on the other side, and I wanted something that would complement Harvest Gathering without overpowering it because I really love that candle and I really like that scent. So I wanted something a little lighter that would still vibe well with it, and this just fit the bill, like a nice light apple spiced fragrance, which is exactly what this is. This smells spot on like mulled cider. You see that picture there with like a warm, very rich, like fresh apple cider with the cinnamon sticks popping out of it, and in the background there's a red and a green apple. That's exactly what this smells like. You get a little bit of that like crisp Macintosh sweetness, and you also can smell the tart Granny Smith apple, but then you smell that like warm spiced cider, and it's cinnamony, but it's not too cinnamony. Like, the cinnamon does not overwhelm or overpower. It's definitely a sweet cinnamon type of scent, not super spicy. It's just like a very complimentary cinnamon. So I really love this. It really smells like if you go to the apple orchard and you get like fresh made hot apple cider, it's steaming to the point where you can just smell that cider before you even take a sip, and they've stirred it with a cinnamon stick, and that cinnamon stick is heated up and just giving off fragrance as you sip it. That is hands down exactly what this candle smells like. So I do love that about it. Definitely a small room candle though. If you want your house to be filled with that apple cider scent, you want this in a smaller room, not a bigger room. However, it's not the worst thing in a bigger room because it does complement other scents really nicely. So if you don't want it to be like an overwhelming apple scent, or even if you have it with like another apple candle or like a Harvest Gathering like I do, or a pumpkin apple, this is a really great blending candle. I mean, it will mix so nicely with so many other scents. And also I feel like if you had two of these Village Candle mulled ciders out, it would be totally fine. Like if I had two in my living room, I would get a really nice scent throw and it would just be awesome. So for that, I really can't complain about the scent. And as you can see, how clean is this burn? Even with the tunneling issues, it's not really leaving much residue on the glass. Maybe a little bit, and that's just because of the tunneling. But that's really about it. And there's absolutely no soot. Look how clean this is. So as far as performance goes, I can't complain. And this is another one that was filled like up beyond the lip. Like it did not start down here, it started up here. It was a nice full pour. And again, like I can smell it. I can't, you know me, you know I love my scent throws nice and strong. I'm a Bath & Body Works girl. I like that candle that is going to give off my instant gratification scent and fragrance my entire house. But I can appreciate these longer burn times and a little bit lighter on the throw. And the nice thing about this is that I can leave this going all day. So I turned this on when I got home today at around, I got home from the gym around 2:45. And it is now about 4:45. So it's only been going for 2 hours. And this is going to be staying on all night. This will remain on like until Dan gets home, until we go to bed, until like 8:30, you know, when we start shutting everything down. Yeah, we're old people. We go to bed super early. I do have an early day tomorrow though, so that's why I'm going to bed so early. And my husband goes to the gym at like 3:30 in the morning, so we are early sleepers. And you can't deny the beauty of this candle. So with how clean it is, how fragrant it is, and I love this color. Like it is just like a warm, cinnamony, so perfect for fall. It is just so pretty to look at. I love it hanging around here. And that's really why it took me so long to foil this, because I'm like, oh, it's so pretty. I just want to stare at this candle. I don't want to stare at foil. But the tunneling was just killing me. And now that it's got a wax pool, it's just gorgeous. So I don't know if I'm going to need to foil it again or if it's going to keep going. This is actually my first Village candle. So if you guys have had Villages before and had tunneling issues, once you corrected it, did it stay corrected? Did you have to keep foiling it? What I found is for Bath & Body Works candles, if they tunnel, one foil trick, it's done. Like every other time I burn them, I don't worry about tunneling. They just pool right out. Yankee candles, it's more once it tunnels and I have to foil it, I always have to foil it. Actually this week have to pick up some Illumilids for my Yankees, so I know that'll make a difference. But this is a Village candle, so as you saw before, there are 2 wicks to this, so I would not want to put in a Illumilid on this. I feel like it would just get too hot, potentially break the glass, and I do not need that in my life. So the foil is fine, a good half hour. This is not too hot. This is totally fine. It is by a window, but it's not open, so it's not drafty over here. And yeah, it's just kind of trucking along. So I have to say, I'm a fan. I like this. It's great if you don't, if you want a super, super strong scent, then just put this in a smaller room or maybe pass on it. But be patient with this candle. Be very patient, because like I said, the first 2, maybe 3 burns, I got almost nothing. The scent throw was like a 1 or a 2. But then by the 3rd or 4th burn, it just came alive, and it is so lovely. And I'm really glad I waited it out, because it is such a nice scent. And it really just gives my home that warmth and fragrance of lightly cinnamony, crisp, tart, warm apple cider. And yeah, as far as the tunneling issue, I mean, hey, if I have to tinfoil it for 15-20 minutes every time I light it for the 7-8 hours I'm going to have it burning, that doesn't bother me. So to each his own, but to me, yeah, I like this. I'm glad I picked it up this fall. I will probably grab another one next fall. So yeah, that's my thoughts. Village Candle Mulled Cider. If you have this one, let me know your thoughts on it, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.